Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next video of our rebuild on the Sun Tracker boat. As you guys saw in the last video, we went ahead and got the canopy all straightened out and installed, did an oil change, put the fencing on, and a couple other things. In this video, we're gonna go ahead and try to lift the boat up either with the forklift. If we can't figure that out, then we're gonna try to get it up on the car lift. That's gonna be interesting. And see if we can get all those wood pieces changed out and recarpeted. So let's not go ahead and waste any time. Fire up the forklift and bring it in. Kind of lifted up with the forklift here, but our forklift just seemed to be too wide and scraping up against there, and we just weren't able to get the forks in. And we're also trying to lift it up from this side, possibly from only the corner, so we could get it up and change out that wood, but there's just way too many wires here and that's not gonna work. So we're gonna try to back it up and there and see if we can somehow get it up with the lift. Once we get it lifted up, we'll get back to you and see how we got it done. I'll back this thing up in right now. Check that out, guys. We got that whole boat in the air. We put 4 posts. 1, 2. There's a 3 and 4 back here. Ooh, this one's kind of on the edge. Look at that. It's fully in the air.
Where is it? Where are they?
It's back there. All right, now we can go ahead and
you know what you can put the jacks here. Here, this one. So he held that front part so he won't bend.
Now we can go ahead and work on this wood and replace that whole thing. 18 feet long. Whole thing needs to be replaced, as well as this one and that one up there. As you guys saw, went ahead and pulled the trailer out from underneath. It's nice and strong, it's not going nowhere. Went ahead and put these 2 poles in the front just so it's, you know, 100% stable. Now we got the boat off the trailer so you can see exactly what's going on over here. So first thing, this little wheel well is broken from right there, and this has a light on it, so that's important to have. So we're gonna have to either try to find a new one or get that one fixed up. Oh, look at that roach. The other thing is, you can see there's a little bit of a bend in that trailer. So I think when the tree fell, it kind of knocked this corner of the trailer down. So we can just heat it up over there, put a jack underneath, and get that straightened up. Now for the wood, here's the first piece of wood. You can see it's all bent up. This is the second piece. It also broke right here. And then this is the third piece we'll need to replace. And we got our wood right there. So just a couple bolts on the underneath. We'll get them all taken off. My brother just ran to Home Depot to grab some new carpeting. And I'm gonna work on getting this off by the time he gets back. We'll recarpet it, get it put on, should be ready to go. Alrighty guys, so as you saw in the time lapse, we went ahead and took apart the old pieces of wood and the carpet on there and decided to reuse it. It's just the one at Home Depot is this one right here, and it's just a different material. There's a rubber padding on the back, while this one is cloth all the way. So we decided to go ahead and take them apart. We're ready to staple everything on the new pieces. We had to get one piece from Home Depot for this section right here on the longest piece of wood. It is ripped, so I'm going to use the 6 feet portion, however far it goes in, and replace that and leave the rest the original one. Besides that, I think we were ready to go. So I'm gonna go and put you guys back on the time lapse, and let's get stapling. check that out. The longest piece is done. So I know we said we were gonna get new carpet, but the total amount for the carpet was coming out to a little over $100, and it just didn't seem worth it. And from the time lapse that you guys saw, it got done pretty quick. This end right here was ripped up, so we just replaced it with one section, and you can barely even tell the seam. And once it gets used up, that seam is gonna match this old
perfectionist brother. Make sure all the staples line up.
Yep, check that out.
I wanted to skip it.
That looks beautiful. It was a lot of work, but totally worth it. So now let's go ahead and get these pieces of wood on the trailer.
Alright, so y'all guys just saw, we went ahead and installed all these boards, leveled them all out, measured them, made sure everything was exactly perfect. Now they look beautiful, nice and tight. Some of them, I saw, some of them were loose. Some of those brackets were loose. We actually went ahead and tightened all that stuff. At the same time, this fender is completely loose, but it's getting late on us. We ended up just installing some self-tapping screws just to hold it for the morning. Yeah, it's getting late on us. It's about 10 p.m. We have a huge mess on our hands, so what we're gonna do is, yeah, got wood and tools everywhere. We're gonna end up wrapping it up for the night, and we'll catch y'all up in the morning.
Alrighty guys, this is the next morning here, and we are back to work on this thing. So I think one of the first things we're gonna do real quick, show you guys. We got perfect access on the lift right now, and there's a pretty big dent right here. There's also another one back there. So I think I'm gonna run to Harbor Freight real quick, grab the little suction dent puller window grabber thingy majigger, and try to see if we can get this thing pulled out real quick before we put it in the water. If it doesn't come out, we'll still send it.
Get you a better view with the dents. So there's a big one right there. There's also another big one in the back. Let us know what y'all think. Will it float in the water or will it sink because of these dents? If you ever wonder what the bottom of a pontoon looks like, it's just a bunch of plywood.
It's very basic design, man. I thought it'd be something a lot more complicated, but
I think the other wake
really
boats,
not much to it.
the wake boats are a much more complicated design. These are pretty simple. You just have your plywood and your pontoons and the motor strapped to the back, and that's about it.
Heck, we might even be able to build one here.
I think people do build their own pontoons.
Not that hard. And what were you saying about this pontoon design? You were saying something about it to me earlier.
So the reason we're still okay with it, I mean, there's no cracks. We've already inspected it. I inspected all the welds. I thought I saw a very small potential crack there, so I filled it in with some silicone. It was the size of a pinhole, but I don't want any problems. What it is there's actually, on these sun trackers, this is an outer part, and there's an inner part to this pontoon also. So there's multiple layers, and that helps you, you know, in case you hit something while in the water and you catch on water, it actually won't, they should not sink or drag really low.
These are, so it's one long pontoon, but actually it's split in the middle, so it's technically 4 pontoons.
Yeah, it's split in the middle, but there's also an inner layer onto the
also
same pontoon.
Inner layer, yep.
I don't know if it's limited to 2 layers, but I know there's at least 2 layers on here.
All right. Well, let me run to Harbor Freight, let you do what you gotta do, and we'll catch you when I get back. Well guys, that was a complete fail. Apparently I didn't get a dent puller, I accidentally got a lifter. So because this is not a perfectly flat surface, it's not wanting to stick. So like we said, if it doesn't work, we're just gonna send it. So let's back that trailer up in here and get this boat down. Thank you guys so much for watching. As you guys saw, we took the boat out and it performed perfectly. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe. And if you know anyone that might enjoy this video, make sure you share it with your friends as well. Thank you so much.